clouds on my stones.
Oh, what's going on? And welcome to another player profile and projection here on Talkin Yanks, brought to you by SeatGeek.
What's going on, guys? Spring training is in full tilt, and with SeatGeek, code JOMBOY preseason, you can get 15% off any order to anything you want, wherever there's a seat. Just make sure you're using SeatGeek, JOMBOY preseason. Go get it.
We got a guy who's been in a lot of these. I mean, was he in the 2018 season? Maybe not. Romine was still around, but Higgy's been around. He's the longest tenured New York Yankee. He's been with the club since he was 18 years old. It's all he's ever known.
Edison High School. Close to you.
No.
Kyle Higashioka, birthday 4/20. He'll be 33 this year. Making $1.4 million. We're happy about that. He's Higgy, man. Kind of funny, the evolution of the Higster.
That's cool.
When he comes up, you know, Gary Sanchez is the bee's knees, the bell's drells.
Mm-hmm. Cat's
pajamas. That'd be gross. My God.
Yeah.
And now here he is. He played 83 games last year. You know, in 2021 he played 67. Before that, it kind of seemed like, you know, yeah, we'll see Higgy now and then. He'll be the call-up guy. He's kind of locked in as the backup catcher. I think the Yankees loved their catching situation last year with Higgy and Trevino. They obviously love pitch framing. Trevi became the king, got the platinum glove because of it. Higgy was still high percentile, I think lower than he's been in past years. He didn't hit a lick, but then he had a pretty big second half. It's 35 games, but I think he had like an 800 OPS.
Did he?
Yeah. Pretty funky, huh?
It is kind of funky.
Yeah,
Everybody.
second half, 30 games started, 35 games, 801 OPS, 299 batting average.
Huh. When was his tough stretch?
The first half.
All of the first half.
174, 228, a 546 OPS.
I think genuinely, like through June, he was like batting 055.
I remember a couple Talkin Yanks apps last year where we were like, Hig, you gotta
Show me some.
you gotta do something. And then he did.
You got to do something. All the snow.
Yeah.
On the radio. So I'm doing some like deep scouting here,
Yes.
trying to see what changed.
He 399 OPS on June 10th. Then he had the 2-homer game against the Cubs that kicked off the rest of his season.
Because I was doing some analytics and I noticed, not analytics, some scouting.
Jimmy-lytics?
No, it was scouting. Straight scouting.
Not Jimmy Lytics.
Not Jimmy Lytics. No stats involved. And I noticed that his swing was different, but I was looking at videos from the end of 2022 when he got it going more.
Gotcha.
Because Jake, you'll like this. You appreciate a good toe tap.
Huh.
He's like a toe tap into leg kick guy. Like he kind of doubles it up. If you can imagine that, I'll show you the video
Show
right now.
tap.
And you can tell the people what you see, but he kind of like gets in rhythm
Yep.
before opening it up. Like you see, it's almost a double. Like
Yeah.
boom, and then the boom, boom.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the year last year, he took away the beginning of it and just had the leg kick. So I'm wondering, so I was like, maybe that's it, but he had a good end of the year. So maybe that was the change he made to improve the year. Because his barrel rate was the big thing that changed analytically. He just wasn't squaring the ball up as much.
Right. Which we hate that.
Yeah.
Man. I think something that needs to be said here, Jim.
Say it.
I think the Yankees love their catching situation. I think they think they've like beat the game. I think they think they've gamed the system. That
Value-wise, defense-wise.
contractually stealing pitches, what they get from their catchers with a kick of offense, Trevino with a nice first half, Higgy with a nice second half. They extended / re-signed catching coach Tanner Swanson this offseason, which is a big sign that they love what's happening there. So I think as long as Higgy and Trevi stay healthy, they're basically playing, closer to every other day than 2 out of 3,
Yeah.
And not to bring him up, but if he gets hurt, they think Wortvet's more of the same. That's what the Yankees believe, and we're going to see him this year at some point.
Can he luck into some hits? Can he put on a stretch like Higgy can, like he did at the end of the year? Hey, can you repeat those numbers at the end of the year for Higgy? I feel like some people haven't fully digested that.
You think some people...
Because the Yankees, if they're just looking at the latter part of the year,
right,
this is what's on their brain.
Right.
Let me tell you what's on the Yankees' brain. If you think what Jake is saying and you're like, what?
Do you want the bad part of it at all?
No.
Okay.
I have even better than just his second half numbers from that June 12th.
I want, we're building the optimistic, this is why the Yankees were very happy with their catching performance last year.
So Higgy's final 49 games, 43 starts.
So half the year he had 80-something games, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So a little more than half of his year. 277 batting average, 302 on base, 511 slug for an 813 OPS, 10 homers.
On base stinks. Period. The rest are great.
Rest are great.
If the rest is great, that's great.
Okay, Jake. Now, was Higgy an all-star?
If the Yankees had a home run contest.
No.
Okay. Higgy was not an all-star last year. Trevi was.
Trevi was. So that's the other half of it. And he's a platinum Gold Glove winner?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's nice on the mantle.
That's cool.
And Trevi seems like the kind of guy that would actually put it on his mantle.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think the guys with platies do display it.
You got to mantle that. What's the
Wait,
best?
hold on. I have the final touch of this.
This is a line of questioning.
Yeah.
I thought that was going nowhere.
Yeah, no, I was getting to a grand point here. War-wise, the Yankees, from the catching position, the 4th best in the AL. Combined WAR from the position. Toronto, they're kind of a catching factory right now. Seattle.
Sure. Big
dumper. Baltimore, Adley
snuck in.
And then the Yankees.
Yeah.
So that's you might be thinking, really? Because the offense can get really light at times. We saw Trevino's second half, Higgy's first half. That's the downside. If you're like, that's what's going to happen. You're pessimistic. You can find offensive pessimism kind of easily.
Well, and it deserves to be mentioned, Rob Brantley, one game, he had a double.
That didn't deserve to be mentioned.
Come on.
And now who has him? The Blue Jays.
Who knows good catching. So
I like
Rob Brantley tagged me in his workout video the other day, and I was like, dog, you're on the Jays, bro.
Him and Chad Green.
Oh, I do like that, though.
I do like that.
Nice.
Chad needs that.
And he doesn't know it.
Friendly face.
That'll be nice at spring training for
Rob's
Chad.
like, you never talked to me in New York.
Were Trevi and Higgy healthy all year?
No, but yes.
Pretty much. I think Higgy had a COVID outage.
But didn't Trevi just catch all the games?
It was a short
and Trevi was out 4 days for having a kid, and Higgy just caught.
And Higgy,
those were the 4 days Wortvet was on the roster, 3 days, and Higgy
but he
caught
didn't
all
play.
of them.
Smart.
Well, he wasn't there.
That's rude.
They didn't actually bring him there. Got some service time, man. They just gave that to him.
Wordvet deleted all his social media, right? Because he
Deal private.
He's going full LeBron.
I think he just likes. I think he's leaning into the ghost situation.
Guys, I don't know.
Feels like we're talking about everyone but Higgy now.
Okay. What's the best case for Higgy this year?
Brantley started 1 game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doubled in it.
Yeah. That's the only.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Second highest OPS plus on the team last year, Rob Brantley.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Is that the only game? And that's the only game he played in.
Oh, I lied. Matt Carpenter. Damn it. Yeah, that was Rob Brantley's only game.
That's a little nutty. Yeah. I've never thought about that of last year, that 161 games with the same two catchers.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen that often, I don't think.
No. And
okay.
that's, I think
true trade, true sharing the position.
I think it ties back into like they
love what they did.
They love what they've done at catcher.
Yeah. Okay. Can Higgy hang on? You got no options now. And
right.
It's his walk year.
Right. And Rortvedt's there. If they're healthy the whole season, can Higgy outplay Trevino?
Yeah, for stretches, offensively, but I don't know if they even need that. Like, when are you ever going to
2 more years of Higgy? But
are you ever going to be like 2 more years of Higgy? But no options.
Websites say 4 years of service right now. No options for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the question, Jake, is Trevino's glove is so valuable.
It's really good,
and the Yankees like that. The offense would have to be dire for you to be like, I know we're losing glove.
Right.
And not much. Higgy's good as well.
He's good.
They like Higgy's glove
but we
too.
need the offense from Higgy. The rest of the lineup would have to be pretty dire for that to happen. Yeah. So I think at best it becomes a closer to 50-50, 60-40 platoon. I don't know if Higgy steals the starting position outright.
Can I paint a picture?
Trevy's hand falls off, maybe something like that.
Can I paint a picture?
Yeah, paint one.
Trevy joined the team a week before the season last year.
Yes.
Right? What if Higgy's pissed?
No, he likes him a lot.
But Higgy was the pitch frame guy.
Yes.
Like, that was Higgy's thing. And now Trevy comes in, and and Higgy just gets punched in the face by this. This is a week before the season starts. Maybe this offseason, Higgy's just been
you know what? The Rortvedt already was a little jab because they got Rortvedt for his pitch framing.
Right, but...
And Higgy was like, okay, I don't believe in ghosts. Higgy actually is kind of scared, like, of ghosts. Like,
he saw the AAA ghost.
He befriended it, one of the only two.
Yeah, jammed with the ghost, man.
At the catching position, also just to lean you more into the positives. In 2021, when you had Gary, Higgy, and Brantley, the three,
right?
But Brantley played 5 games that year. The caught stealing percentage total was 17%. That's not good. And you had 99 wild pitches or pass balls on the year. That's in 2021. In 2022, that 99 pass ball plus wild pitch number comes down to 48. That's a bit different.
Yeah.
And the 17% caught stealing percentage bumps up to 36%. And the stolen base number in total goes from 86 to 49. They completely limited the running game. I detailed this on an episode last year. They went from like the worst at allowing runners to advance. They were bottom 5 to top 5 in the complete flip from the combined catching position. And that's Trevino over Gary. But it's also Higgy vastly improving. He threw out 13% of base runners in 2021. It was a bad part of his game. Like, remember, he would come in and it was like, people were like, he's better defensively. And it was like, oh, I don't know. Higgy's actually letting people steal like crazy.
His arm looked almost kind of weak, and you don't know if that was comparison to Gary, who had a very good throwing arm.
Yeah.
Or I wonder if he was like banged up that year or something, because it was like, whoa, like Higgy.
He threw out 13% of base runners. Last year, he went from 13% to 41. So it's not just the Gary Trevino thing. Higgy himself improved much better. Yeah.
Higgy spent all offseason working on that because he's like, I'm the pitch frame god.
Yeah.
I'm going to start throwing out dudes.
Yep.
And then they undercut him with Trevy.
Mm-hmm.
I might be buying Higgy stock this year.
Okay. Buy it.
Kyle Higashioka's slugging last year, 389. Jose Trevino, 388.
Okay, so a little bit of a competition. Wow.
Um,
Well, another guy
Trevino.
on the team should really needle that.
Jose Trevino.
Like Canely. Canely should be tracking that.
He
Like
should
in
be
a,
like
in a
the-
chart.
the
He should just
catcher.
send a bar chart once a week of both their sluggings.
He doesn't know how to make a bar chart, but
Draw it.
we'll have one of the guys.
Yeah.
Someone get Canely the bar chart so he can start a group chat with the catcher. Oh, the catchers and Canely? That's a good chat.
Canely has one with all his catchers.
Canely and the catchers?
Yeah.
New podcast.
You want to pivot to the group chat? Because we got some fun quotes about the group chat.
The one
from
thing I
Higgy.
will say, and starting the competition a little more, Trevi, 11 home runs last year, Higgy 10. So I like them having a little offensive beef.
Okay, I do. I do
And
like it.
defensive.
No, I don't like that. I like them being combined teammates.
Okay. Like they peacock their defense.
They compared their total against other teams' totals defensively.
Right.
Offensively, it's a competition.
Yes.
You agree?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, that's good news for me because I was about to get at you.
You're going group chat.
Yeah, the group chat stuff is fun. They asked if he's connected with Carlos Rodon yet, and Higgy notoriously was like, well, he's in the group chat. Someone else added him, and I've been reading the text.
A notorious non-talker texter.
Yeah. He might text decently.
He actually, I know it's been a storyline for a while now. And
Yeah, it's just long combo.
Higgy did his interview with us. It was classic and all-time Talkin Yanks. He replied to me last year during the home run chase when everyone was doing the what would they give for Judge's homer? And I did a mock one, and I said Higgy's cup, and Higgy replied to it and was like, I'm in. So
Yeah, he's a reply guy.
Higgy's kind of a goofer and a gaffer, man.
No,
He's the guy that,
he doesn't
doesn't-
gaff that much.
He's the guy that, when he talks, it's the funniest thing you've heard, though.
He's got a nice lane.
He does.
He picks
Got a
his
nice
spot
lane.
in that group chat, though, once a week he contributes, and it's like, that was a good text.
And then the second paragraph here, most words he's ever spoken, I think, is really good insight. I know that you've been goofing a lot this episode, but this is great insight. And also hitting coaches, pitching coaches say this sentiment a lot. They asked about Rodon and has he connected with him and thought about him? And he said, he's in the group chat now, but I'll meet with the analytics department.
Right.
Sometimes the outside perspective on what makes a guy successful is equally as helpful as it is from the guy himself. Trevi and I will meet with Matt Blake, Zach Farrow, the analyst,
Sure.
and catching coach Tanner Swanson, figure out from a data perspective what makes him good, and then we'll match that up with what he says and figure out the best way for Trevi and I to handle him in game, which is just the sentiment that hitting coaches say this all the time. A-Rod will tell you level swing, and hitting coaches will be like, watch him swing. That's just what he tells himself. It's not actually what he does.
Yeah.
So a lot of pitchers, they say oh, I love when my fastball's here. And then you go to the data and you're like, no, actually, that's just how he feels about it, but it's really here. So
rocked.
put your glove here. And he thinks it's stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's cool that they're already getting on that that's how they look at it. And that Higgy's bought into that system and all that. It's fun. It's fun insight right there.
Yeah, and I guess the only thing that I'll kind of wrap on with Higgy, because, during the season you start to feel so. Higgy got off to a crazy slow start last year. Through June with an OPS, I think it was in the 3s.
It got to 399, dipped below 4 before the explosion.
So think about that. I know he's out of options. I know they think of Rortvedt in a similar light, but Rortvedt's basically an insurance policy. And mostly just an injury insurance policy. For what Higgy does defensively, and same goes for Trevi, they can hit so much, and the Yankees are going to keep them around. So, I don't know. Higgy might play more this year.
I have a line of questioning I want to get into.
Let's do it.
Trevino is better versus righties. Last year it was... Actually, last year is better versus lefties. I think career he's better versus righties.
They both crushed lefties last year.
Yeah, they did. But I think Trevino, maybe just 2021 he was better versus righties. I was going to look for that. And then I was also going to look for and ask you if day night, if either of them have standout being better in the day versus the night, and then does that even matter?
Right.
Is it more about who's pitching? And that was going to lead me to going through the list and being like, by the end of the season, was it always Trevi for Cole? Did Higgy lose that spot? They started that way, but then Trevi became the main catcher.
Right.
So I was going to look into that, but what the hell?
What the H?
Where's his day and night splits? I found it.
What the fluff?
Trevino last year was better. No, I mean, they're basically the same at night, but it was basically the same. That doesn't count.
Who seems like more of a Rodon guy, Higgy or Trevi?
Trevi. I think Rodon wants Trevi to pump him up.
Okay.
Or Rodon wants Trevi to pump him up with like that, like he's going to run. He's going to like pat you on he's going to like come up to you and like glove your chest and be like, dude, that pitch was nasty, bro. Little Nick Swisher to Trevi when he gets excited about pitches.
Okay.
You're going to go to Higgy to talk. Higgy comes to you to talk. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. You're almost,
Higgy noticed
I'm
something.
in trouble.
He's got something great to say.
Yeah.
This isn't just fodder. Do you remember? Was it? Oh, wow. Higgy's way better during the day last year. Way better. 842 OPS during the day. Is that what they started doing? Second half of the season, just all day games?
I can't wait to tell stuff like that to
Boom.
one of our new friends. But, yeah. Just go down to spring training and scream it.
Tweet at him every day.
Higgy's better in the day!
Yeah.
Like that DiMaggio guy I saw. I don't know. Over under 11 smiles.
For sure. Is that what we have? Projected to have a 658 OPS. Well, who cares? 13 homers projected by Baseball Reference with
Nice.
65% reliability.
Nice, Higgy.
13 doubles, 13 homers, 0 triples. Never hit a triple.
No. I'd like that. Maybe in Baltimore this year. Funky bounce off the wall.
Man, do we want him to walk more?
No.
We
I'm
don't
over
care.
it.
Don't
Yeah.
even try.
For his role,
Swing
I
hard.
don't think it matters as much.
Okay.
I want him.
Be getting enough hits that we don't care that you don't walk a lot.
How about this? The past 2 years, he's hit 10 homers. Over under 10 homers. I'm yamming the over.
Yamming it with you. Consider that yammed.
389 slugging the past 2 years.
Eat your heart out, Trevi.
Nice.
That's it. That's the show. Kyle Higashioka, the home run stroker.
And you know what? I'd like to see him get an inning at first base.
Oh, okay.
He's never been over there.
Yeah, Vorfed being.
No. It's like a silly day. Like Rizzo just needs to sit. Someone's got to play first.
Yeah, he like
He
scrambles
puts
for a
on
glove.
Rizzo's glove at
Walks
first.
out there without a glove. They throw a glove to him
Yeah.
while he's standing there.
Yes.
He just grounded out.